I showed you how much simpler using a shared pointer is, but perhaps you need to be convinced that it's actually usable as a pointer. Back in the copy constructor and the assignment operator, we had some calls to resources getName function, which you see here. And if you remember what those calls look like, it was just presource arrow getName. Let's come up with an excuse to call that from some other member function, a person, having now deleted most of the member functions of person that were managing resource, so that you can see how easy it is still to use the pointer. Let's come here into person and add a function called getResourceName. The resource name's a string. GetResourceName. Doesn't take any parameters, doesn't change the object, and it'll just return that presource points to, and you see I even get IntelliSense. presource is this shared pointer. It's not any kind of a pointer with a star, and yet because of the overload of the operator points to, I can call the methods just as though it was a traditional raw pointer. So I can call presource getName. And now I've implemented getResourceName. So back in here, if I want to, I can take any one of these persons and just declare another string. It could be on one line, but let's do it down here. String s1 is equal to, say, Kate dot getResourceName. And we've implemented that function, so that's going to work just fine, and we'll be able to bring the resource by calling getResourceName, which is going to use the smart pointer presource just as though it was a traditional raw pointer. One of the great things about this is that you can take code that was written using raw pointers, which is full of these arrow operators and so on, and just go and make this change so that you declare to be a shared pointer instead of a raw pointer. And then here use make shared instead of equals new, and that in very many cases, that and ripping out all the deletes is all that you have to do to switch over to a shared pointer. Once you've made the switch, you can forget that it's a shared pointer and just treat it as though it was a raw pointer everywhere in your application, dereferencing it with star where that's appropriate, and by using this points to operator. Simple as that.